Hello everyone and welcome to Thermopylae, or as I like to call it, why did I get ninja capped for the third time in a row? Yup, today we're doing this map. And it's honestly a great map. The only problem is it is so easy to get ninja capped in this map that you almost always have to leave at least one unit behind. And the reason for that is this little area right here. You see these springs over here? They're all traversable, meaning a cavalry that comes through this area will be able to walk behind your base and get inside, being able to cap it, especially before they nerfed the capping power of elephants. Yeah, it was a pretty popular thing. The same thing applies to on the other side. As you can see, there's a hill over here. They're pretty. This map is pretty symmetrical as such. The same thing occurs in both of the maps. And here they'll have it capped and access to the behind the base. As such, it is quite often a very good practice to leave one unit behind. The base capping aside, this map is actually quite interesting, and let me show you a camera trick over here. If you put your camera like this, you're able to see the whole battlefield as if playing a classical Total War game, which is something I quite enjoy. Is it an exploit? I don't know, but I quite enjoy it. So let's talk about the flanks. In the southern forest, we have this huge hill, where, as I said, there is a way to go over there, but there's also a way to cut off the tower forces, allowing you to pincer them upon this tower, which we're going to talk about. Here we have an open area, so heavy infantry can pass through, but light infantry just has a field day over here, especially versus Getorix, because if the light infantry is passing through and the heavy infantry is taking the road, then you will be able to harass them very nicely, doing some pretty decent damage. And the next up, we have this tower. The tower over here, there's only one tower. It gives you great vision because it's in the middle of the map. You're able to see this whole area, all of these woods, and a majority of the middle, giving you considerable strategic advantage. So always, almost always, you should send a force to take it, at least to be able to peek through to see what they've got in the woods. Next up, we've got the middle. The middle has a sizable woods, and it's pretty explanatory. You know, if you've got light infantry, you should definitely take this place. The middle is always the most dangerous one for various reasons. It's right in the open. Archers can fire right through, slingers, and most importantly, artillery. But I'm not sure how much about artillery we should be talking about. But artillery is definitely a big concern over here, because the artillery hills can look right up to the middle from both sides. However, these three big rocks offer very good cover against any kind of artillery fire. Light artillery especially gets stuck on these rocks, allowing you to move from cover to cover, as well as fight in this little bit of forest that overlooks towards Hut Gates. Now, Hut Gates, this whole thing just got its name from the movie 300, but so did all of Leonidas' abilities, so whatever. Capturing this area will provide you with control over middle, as well as the Hut Gates that will allow you to shoot down, but most oftentimes you've got Germanicus passing through, so it's not a big deal. It's pretty overrated, especially these days. Hut Gates, however, can give you access to both sides. It is something you need to be aware of. A main push from the Hut Gates can be stopped with pikes or spears over here, so I would suggest not to. But this area, a lot of people don't know, but you can also utilize this area to pass through. There's a shallow water. Elephants do not get slowed down, but most other units do. And so we also have additional artillery areas over here where some heavy or light artillery can set up to shoot towards the Hut Gates, towards the middle, and the base cap. Both of these bases have these hills over here, which I believe in time we're gonna get some uphill battle bonuses and maluses. So that is something to keep in mind in the future, but most importantly, it provides some very good choke points These two areas is where a lot of the battles are fought or lost, assuming your base did not get capped. And so that's basically the Thermopylae. It's pretty straightforward map outside of the whole base camping area, and I quite enjoy it. As long as you do not forget this little camera trick, you should be good. My suggestion for all the players, do not YOLO charge through middle. Just sit back, defend, look at what your opponent is doing, and if they're camping as well, try to fight for this tower. And if the light artillery, sometimes the light artillery or heavy artillery will be shooting the tower, so just try to peek and come back. After that, it's this is a pretty mind games sort of map. So keep that in mind, and we'll see you next time.